I was reading a silly Easy Rider magazine and I saw an advertisement for a Harley motorcycle school, and I said to my wife, I said, gee, I like working on bikes, maybe I should go to this school. And shortly thereafter I was enrolled in MMI. I was supposed to go to school in Florida, but my 46 Chevy truck was not going to Florida. It only made it as far as Arizona. And so I basically called the school from a campground outside of someplace in Arizona and said, hey, can I go to school in Arizona? And they said, sure, no problem. So I graduated Harley school in, I believe it was right around 1990. Went to work at a shop, and I was like, holy crap, I get to work on bikes all day, and I get paid for this? And then I get to go for a ride? This is the best job ever. I love this job. After many years of doing that job, I was getting kind of burned out on working on modern Harley. And so I wanted to stay in the motorcycle business, and that's why I came to work at Lowbrow.
Some of my main hobbies are really just going to concerts and following Metallica around. I'm at like almost 60 sometimes seeing them so far, and I have like 14 more on the books for this upcoming 2019 year. So Lowbrow's been pretty positive as far as giving me the go ahead, go, it's your dream, go do it. And it really is a dream just to go follow them around. So that's my number one hobby, expenditure, and all the above.
I do murder mysteries, I do stand-up comedy. I haven't done stand-up comedy in a while, but it's really hard. The last time I did a stand-up comedy show, like a legit stand-up comedy show, this is the truth, Friday night, I killed. Did like half an hour, everybody loved it. Guy was like, oh, we want you to come back tomorrow. You're the opener, like you're the head guy, you're gonna be the main guy, because the main guy canceled, so you're the main guy. I'm like, great, you know? He's like, you get $75. I'm like, oh, I need that $75, that's sweet, you know? So I go in, same set I did Friday, I come in, and in the first 10 minutes, zero laughter, and this is all I heard. I heard ice on a glass and someone go. And so I was like, all right, thanks everybody. I'm like, because if they weren't laughing at the first 10 minutes, they're not gonna, because the first 10 minutes was heavy. It was hitting the night before. So stand-up comedy is tough, and I really I got bombed before, but that was probably the hardest. I did comedy at a laundromat, and it went over better than at this club, you know? So I haven't done stand-up in a while, but I do that. I'm an entertainer. So I do murder mysteries, stand-up comedy, sketch comedy, anything that entertain, I love doing that.
I used to be in bands and used to do art a lot when I was in high school, and out of high school I toured the country with bands when I could. After my mom died, I lost everything, like my ways of like anything artistically, and photography just kind of fell into my lap, really. 2-3 months on a bender of just drinking nonstop, and my wife's like, you need to get your shit together. And after realizing how much of a shitbag I was like, I need to start creating again. So I started painting, and it wasn't really gratifying. And then I saw our camera sitting there, just collecting dust on a shelf. I said, hey, what's this doing here? Can I use this? Well, yeah, go ahead, just don't break it. And I've never looked back since I've touched that camera. Just being able to take it to different parties and get that instant gratification of shooting something and going to a motorcycle show or a car show and shooting stuff, and then coming home and instantly seeing what I looked at in a visual eye, and then editing and tweaking and creating something beautiful. It was like night and day for me, and it just nonstop from there on out. And then the video aspect of my job here, it's kind of funny. I look back now and I'm like, wow, I actually did do a lot of that when growing up. I used to skateboard all the time. I used to have a video camera with me all the time. I used to videotape skateboarding. It's the same thing with motorcycles and parts and doing tech tips and whatever other things. It's just translated a little differently. And I never put two and two together that, wow, that could be a passion and a life of mine and a thing when I was younger. And I wish I would have found it faster, because doing photography and video, that's my life now. That's all I do.